Hey, Bill, what differences do you see with the Eagles going from Carson Wentz to Nick Foles?
I don't see a big difference. I mean, I think that both of these guys are great quarterbacks. I mean, Nick was the Super Bowl MVP, so starting quarterback in this league. I mean, Nick had a year where I think he threw, upwards of 25 touchdown passes, only had one interception. So Nick's a hell of a quarterback, and so is Carson, and their offense presents a major challenge to our defense. With the scheme that they run, the job that Doug does with the play calling, it's a big challenge for us.
Did you see them maybe commit to the run a little more with Nick Sunday night against the Rams?
I mean, I think Doug's going to do what he feels is necessary to do to win the game relative to, who they're playing, whether it's the Rams or the Texans or, so we just have to, obviously, as the game develops early in the game, we've got to try to do the best we can to adjust and to see how, they're going to attack us.
Bill, you obviously had a quarterback coming off an ACL tear too. How did you monitor him, and what was that process like for you guys, making sure that he's been right through all the steps of the season?
We have a great group of people here, with Jeff Kaplan, our trainer, Luke Richardson, our strength coach, all of our rehab people here, who really helped me during the off season with advice and guidance as to what was the best approach for DeShaun, relative to OTAs and then training camp and then preseason games and then obviously the beginning of the season, just trying to ramp them up. And I think that, as a coach, that's your job is to use all the resources around you to just try to do the best you can to have your guy ready to go as soon as he can be ready to go.
When did you notice that his mobility was back to where it was before the injury?
Well, there's times that, you could see early in the year when he took off on a couple scrambles or, maybe it was even in practice where he was able to, to cut off of it without thinking about it, if that makes sense. And he felt good about it. And to be honest with you, he's felt good about it the whole time. I mean, he's I think it's more about, missing time and then getting caught back up to the speed of the game. I don't think it's as much about confidence in the knee. It's more about, DeShaun got hurt last year in November, and so hadn't played football in a long time, relative to when he came back to start playing for us. I think it's more about getting caught up to the speed of the game again.
He doesn't seem to be any less aggressive, Bill. Has he changed in any way as far as protecting himself any differently?
I think he's very smart about what he does. I think there's always room for improvement with the play calling or with him and how he approaches each play. But I think he's smart as far as sliding, as far as ducking out of bounds, getting rid of the ball. He's a competitor, and you can never take that edge away from him. That's part of what makes him go, and we just try to balance it as much as we can.
Hey, Bill, what was your experience like coaching Brandon Brooks?
Enjoyed coaching Brandon Brooks. Very good player, tough guy, smart guy. Did an excellent job for us here. And then, obviously in free agency, took an opportunity to go to Philly. Definitely wanted him back, but, it was an opportunity that he couldn't pass up. But we definitely enjoyed coaching him here.
What have you seen of DeAndre Carter since you guys brought him in? What kind of impression has he given you since he joined the Texans?
Yeah, he's been a good pickup for us. Strong player, smart guy. He's been able to pick up the offense. He's been able to do a lot of good things for us relative to special teams and on the offense. It's been a good addition to our team.
Bill, your impressions of Fletcher Cox?
Great player, explosive, instinctive, big, strong, very, very difficult to block both in the pass and the run. One of the best players that we've played against in my time here.
J.J. Watt's going to be going against Lane Johnson quite a bit on Sunday. What impresses you most about Lane when you watch him on film?
Lane's a very smart player, very athletic. Obviously is blessed with great size, length, has a a definite toughness to how he approaches the game and how he plays the game. Very, very, very good player.
Bill, you've come back to Pennsylvania to coach since you left Penn State. A couple of years out now. How do you kind of reflect on that time?
Love Penn State. My experience at Penn State, my family's experience there was great. We still have a lot of friends that live there. We made a lot of great special friends there, and follow them as much as we can. It's a fantastic place. It's great to see them having the success that they're having now. Penn State's a special place.
Hey, if I could ask you about a local guy for us, Angelo Blackson. What is he kind of giving you guys on the defensive line this year, or since you've got him, I guess last year too?
Yeah, great guy. Very tough, very strong guy, big guy. Practices hard, good teammate. Really has been a good addition since the day he walked in the door here. He brings a really good approach, tough approach to the football field. He's been good.
Another local guy, Julian Davenport. What stood out about him, and how has he reached the point where you trust him in such a big role this early in his career?
Jules has a very business-like approach to every day. He really works to get better every day. He's worked hard in the weight room to get stronger. He's really worked to improve his technique in the run and the pass, and he's got a steady demeanor, and so he's improved. There's always areas in which he can continue to work on to improve, but he's done a good job for us. He's been a solid player for us.